Throughout my time of working with people, both men and women, and particularly with women, this whole concept or this whole saying that we tend to do, which is I shut down or I'm shut down. In the somatic world of the body, somatic means of the body, shutting down means literally that. So let me break this down a little bit. So when someone says, I'm shut down, or I'm shutting down, or I'm shut down, or I've been shut down for a minute or a lifetime, we literally shut and close by the way that the body holds tension in the body. Now, most women shut down from the heart, or I could say the solar plexus, but the heart, and then to the throat. Meaning, shutting down is a process of contracting, holding, squeezing, and then keeping that held reaction in the body over the time period where a woman or someone might feel slighted or not seen or misunderstood or not heard. So shutting down is a response if the mind believes I'm not seen, I'm not heard, I'm not understood. So it's a sophisticated yet very, very fast series of reactions that happens in the body. Now, sometimes it's okay to protect the body, meaning I might squeeze my throat, I might sort of take out the air element in front of my heart and then harden the plate of my fascia and muscles around my heart, all the way down to my sternum and my solar plexus. Solar plexus is the will, heart is our delicate feeling sense, and then the throat is what we want to say or not say. So shutting down this region of the body can become a habit. Initially, it was done through protection, but if we continue to grow in life, and that is our go-to, over time, shutting down causes us to suffer. So, shutting down is a phrase used, and if it's used by you or by me or by those that we love, it's a red flag to say, okay, take a moment, you're shut down. And we want to be able to take the time it takes to unpack or unravel that series of habits of contraction that if over time we don't release, will start to cause a narrative in the mind, a belief system, and a sense of mistrust, and then at some point we'll turn that mistrust inward to ourselves, and then over time we will really become identified with the one who is closed off, because literally shutting down means I'm going to close access to these very important parts of myself, maybe initially to protect myself from someone else or to spite someone else. But in the long run, it costs me everything unless I know how to notice this, feel this. If I need someone to help me through a somatic touch or practice to unwind this, and then to be able to work through the mind, what happened that had me do this very quick contract, close, slam experience, because fundamentally we want to get to what happened in thought. So If the mind says, I'm not being seen, that's a thought. I'm not being heard, that's a thought. I'm not understood, that's a thought. I've tried many, many times and it's going nowhere, those are thoughts. If the mind says, nobody cares, that's a thought, a belief. If the mind says, fuck it, nobody cares, that's a thought, that's a belief. Any version of any of that gives my body the innate response to contract and close. Now, the intelligent mind might come in and say, yeah, well, that's the best way to handle a situation. And maybe in any given moment, that's a good way to handle a situation. However, the long-term effect of that as a way of being becomes a practice, and then that practice becomes a way of being. So it's a catch-22, because once we're set in that way of saying, well, I have to defend myself against, I have to close to protect, right? Mind, thought, 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 thought. If that becomes my disposition and my way, then that will become my persona. That will become my egoic structure. And that will become eventually my prison. So I am not my reactions, and I am not the persona that I build through tension, holding, closing, squeezing. I am not that, but I will identify myself as if I am that. And the longer I hold those reactions in my body of shutting down, as an example, then through time, I will tell a very strong story as to why I had to shut down. And then I will try to elicit other people to join in on my story. And then my persona just solidifies even more. And then I identify even more to the story about, why shutting down was a good idea in the first place. A person could shut down from the age of 7 and hold it for the rest of their life and have no clue that they're doing it. A person can shut down for a moment, a person could shut down for an entire lifetime, and then identify with that. Now, to be able to work with the mind through a long-form inquiry where we really take apart all the different facets, where we can look within ourselves to see when this happened, then this happened, when this happened, then this happened. And when this happened, all of these emotional experiences, boom, 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 happen through my body. And now, is that true, or is that valid, or is that still true, or is that still valid? And hanging in the balance of a questioning mind to see, wait a minute, let me really look at this. Let me take my time. Let me look deeply into this. Is that true? The other side of that, of seeing the potential of the possibility of other options besides shutting down, now mind starts to open. And when mind starts to open through time, that shutdown starts to release. That shutdown starts to release. And that shutdown starts to release. And the more we're released, now the identity, or the one identifying with the one that's shut down, starts to shift. And we start to have this experience of a self that is actually not shut down. And when we experience ourselves in the world as a place that's safe, and a world that's a place that, okay, a challenge will arise for sure, as it always does, but I am capable to interface, to dialogue, to find a way, to hang in there as long as it takes. It might take one day, it might take 10 years, who knows how long, but I can do this without closing, without hardening, without tightening, without damaging myself, and stay in relationship to whomever or whatever it is that I had shut down towards in the first place. Now I can work out a situation, and I can work within myself from a much more, I would say, intelligent, because I have more access to myself. If I'm closing my throat, if I'm closing my heart, if I'm closing my solar plexus, I have less access to myself. If I'm released through and I can actually feel from the center of my heart out into the space around me, the ether in the field, and still stay in relationship and also hear my thoughts and to be able to articulate myself, now I'm no longer identifying myself as one who is shut down, but I'm identifying myself as one who is able to hang in there long enough until understanding happens between me and the other person, or me and the world at large. So shutting down is a typical go-to for many people. And I do hear this a lot in the space of women because our hearts are sensitive. And it's okay to shut down, but it's not okay to shut down forever. We have to learn that shutting down could be a momentary thing, and then we have to learn how to unwind that sooner rather than later, and then use our full intelligence to work it out with whomever it is that we said we shut down towards or with. And again, that is a belief in the mind that has to be unwound so that the whole soma can release itself and we can become much more into the present moment with ourselves, not as one that's shut down, but one that's open and capable, and then much more present to the one across from us.